commercial break. Don't forget Canberra Television, Sybil's Nightclub. No doubt some of you will be partying on there later. They always look after the Mayne Football Club, and TAA, who assisted with the airfares with the interstate guest Ron Barassi. Mick, in your first season as playing coach, how did you find that at Mayne?
Well, you know, when a guy who's been a player all his life, you know, has to coach, the boot is on a different foot, as to speak. You know, I don't know whether I've always been easy to coach or whether I haven't. I can remember Russ saying that every player should coach before they play. I certainly knew very shortly what he was talking about. I know if I had a coach before I played football, or coach, you know, the senior side, I certainly would have been a better player. I certainly had all the help I could expect from the players that first year I coached. I know that, and I think I have ever since. But I really enjoyed it. It was completely different to just being a player. I know you have to concentrate on a million other things except just getting a kick or just getting a tap out. There are a lot of things that you have to keep your mind on the one time. But it was, you know, I thought it was tremendous, and I've really enjoyed every minute of coaching so far.
Mick, there must have been tremendous pressure on you here at Mayne. We're all experts off the field here, as you all know. And Mayne hadn't won a premiership since 1973. You might point out at this stage that 4 of the players from that 73 side are still actively involved in the club, and I'd like you to give them special applause. Under 17 coach Greig Street, under 19 coach Tom Blacker, Greg Kingston, your runner and senior selector, and your assistant coach of the past 3 years, Graham McComb. Just to refresh your memory, the premiership side from that year was Shaw, Riley, Rod Goodall, Valentine, Shipsides, Fulton, Beckett, Madison, Stevenson, Allison, Lee Goodall, Corbett, Farrer, Woodall, Herbert, first ruck Nolan, Ireland, Fitzpatrick, interchange Ford and Allen, and of course 3 former great players at Mayne were the instrumental in the off-the-field activities. Barry Spring as chairman of selectors, Brian Warlow and Greg Hollick, who formed the match committee with Barry Spring. So special applause for the 1982 some of the highlights of the 82 premiership win that might inspire some of the players.
In the centre of the ground, ready now to bounce the ball, and there it is. Good bounce too. Nolan and Brown. Nolan gets the ball down most effectively toward Madison. Ball spills loose on the ground. Scrimmage of players. Umpire Christic sees a free kick in there. No, it's a bounce. And once again a bounce to affect the start of play once more. Mick Brown not going anywhere near the ball, infringing against Mick Nolan, and the free kick to captain and coach of Mayne, Nolan in the centre of the ground. A drop punt right up the centre of the ground, room to move. Ireland with the ball. Ireland screws the ball back towards Corbett and Blair. Blair unable to mark. Ball on the ground. Russ with the ball. Russ comes out of the pack. Play on, says the umpire. Drives the ball forward. Foot Cup Grand Final. The ball in the hands of umpire Paul Braden as he comes in for the centre bounce to start play. The bounce, not a particularly good one. Nolan with the ball. Nolan too high. He was grabbed. A free kick going to him against Tom Tarrant on the mark. The rover from Morningside. Nolan's kick's a good one up the centre of the ground. Everybody up, nobody getting possession of the ball. Farrer dives on the ball, as does a Morningside. Down the forward position. Blair contesting the ball, but from behind, and you can't beat Lee Goodall from behind. He's too big and he's too strong and he's playing too well. At a top game, this fellow, as he said, Ken, plenty of strength, physical strength in ground play and also in the air, and Blair caught behind then would have been better to go for the big thump. Here's Lee Goodall with the ball. This is a vital one for Mayne. Goodall lining up the kick. 55 metres out, directly in front. The distance is no worries. The Through, go down fighting. Mike Christick with the ball, ready to bounce it again. Underway with the action here at Windsor Park. There's the bounce. Brown gets the tap, goes to Madison. Madison drives the ball forward. The bounce is too big for Hanbury, goes over the top. The tap on comes to Spry. Spry gets his kick away, gets it out into the wide open space. Suited Stevenson, bounced strongly. Bounces back to Stevenson. Oh, cleverly tapped away. David Armstrong doing beautifully, runs onto the ball. Gets the ball, drives it forward, plays well, gets the ball out. The ball's on the ground. Brayton says I'll bounce it, and that's a pretty good decision. Mark Allen fighting hard for Mayne in there. Willett doing the same. These boys are tired. They've been working all night. Here's a bounce. Brown and Nolan. Nobody. On the ground. Herbert gets it out. Clears the ball for Mayne. Drives it up towards the centre-half forward position. Hanbury leading in the race in front of Goodall. The pressure's on. Meters out on a 45-degree angle. Lines them up. Blasts at the goals. It's a big kick. It's a mammoth kick. Did it go over? Yes, it did. It's a goal. Another one to Mayne and Boyle. Mike Christick ready to bounce the ball now. Have they got time? Farah gets the tap. Out to Beckett. Beckett puts it out around the wing. Leading in the race to the ball, Andrew Ireland. Taps it on in front of him cleverly. He's got control of the ball. Met heavily in the back. Correct decision. Andrew Ireland gets the free kick on the centre wing position for Mayne. Ireland to Woodall. Woodall up on the half-forward flank. And he's been contained fairly well by Chris Fry for most of the game, and well out now from goals at the centre-half forward area. Here's a kick from Woodall. The big torpedo punt. Drives it right down towards the square. Up over the top. It's a loose ball. Onto the ground. Ready to jump on it is Mayne, and it's Herbert. What a shot, a beauty! Carl Herbert comes right through, and look at the man. Very straight and Graham McComb thoroughly enjoying that because they know that one's just about done it. And what great football from this young rover here. Here he comes round on his left foot, steadies and kicks, and there's no doubt about this player. He's a player of the future. Tremendous player. Certainly one of the best youngsters we have in Queensland at the moment. Played a great match right throughout for Mayne today and scored a goal when they really needed it. Paul Brayton bounces the ball again. They're up in the rucks. Ball hits the ground. Miles, fumble. Fitzy tries to get it away. Farah gets it out eventually into the hands of Hanbury. Hanbury drives the ball forward. There's nobody home for Morningside. Mark taken by Shipside. Shipside's handball to Goodall. Goodall's caught. Ball to the ground. Armstrong in with a chance. Collects the ball. Dragged it in beautifully. Got caught. Had it knocked away from him. Ball on the ground. However, the play's going on. They go down around the boundary line. The handball over to Madison. Madison handballs it out in front of him as he was almost captured. Taps it on cleverly. Retains possession of the ball. Drives the ball forward. Running onto the ball now. Lee Goodall. Goodall across to Mick Nolan. What a fitting one it would be if Mick Nolan would have kicked the last goal to win this game. Nolan, captain and coach. Done a great job. Showing a lot of experience here, slowing the game down, knowing that time's ticking away for the Panthers. Mick Nolan lining up the ball now. What a great asset he's been to Queensland football since coming here from North Melbourne. Makes the kick. How accurate is it? It's great, Mick. Mick Nolan goal to take Morningside into trouble. Mayne almost to their 15th.
Last pre-season, Gary Fitzpatrick. Gary, you probably more than most might be able to tell us a little bit about Mick Nolan, the coach. It's the first time all night I pulled it down for something. Thanks, Bob. That's good.